2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the Peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Steven Adams. They'll need to find a way to overcome what he brought to this team.
Well, to say the deal...
And a new group for the Thunder. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Jordan. Gay comes in for Serge Ibaka. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Waiters. And Freak subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And New York, looking at who they've got. Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Rodriguez in at the 3 spot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Domination in the first. And before the game. Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy.
About possibly winning basketball games, but I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Thunder, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Jared Bayless is out there with Oubre. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Powell in at the 4 slot. The 3, and with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Rodriguez.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Freak passes to Hollins. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough.
So both teams making some changes here. So as we conclude.
Well, Rudy, some fine defensive work from this team in the first half. And this is the type of play that became a hallmark of the team going back to last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the way we played last season. Our defense was our staple, and that's all we have to do. We have to go out here and play defense every night, and this is a good start for us.
Good things happen when you guard hard on the defensive end, Rudy. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris, and folks, don't go away. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Nice numbers put up by Ibaka. He's got 21.
Oklahoma City leading by 20. Durant and Ibaka playing at the 4 and 5. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then it's Freak, and it's Fry in at the 2-guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Let's go. And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Cauley Stein kicks to Rodriguez. 2 on the clock. Trains the three-pointer. Rodriguez has got 8. So for New York, their last game, a win against Charlotte.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. So, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
Freak kicks to Fry. Pass to Ibaka. Gay against Rodriguez. Ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Finished off the break. He's got 10.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Dishes it to Fry. He kicks to Ibaka. He feeds it to Fry. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Jared Bayless has checked in for then for the next. .130 left to play here in the fourth.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them.
That's a
huge margin of victory for the Thunder.
Clark, free throws were a big factor in this one.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to get to the line, Kevin, but the other half of that is you got to convert, and they did that.
And they took a different look for New York. Cauley Stein comes in for Robin Lopez, and it's Porzingis in for Grant. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Winner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. That one off the back iron and out. Anthony kicks to Bayless. And he gets the bucket.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire, and it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, some great work offensively, plenty of teamwork. What's been the key to get this offense clicking?
Well, we just found an open man. Our point guard is doing a great job of getting everybody involved, and we're just playing off each other right now.
Thank you, Kevin. Certainly a team effort. Kev, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
He was a beast on the boards tonight, guys.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
You guys have a real streak going now. Can you keep it up? I hope so. But we can't be thinking about that. We just got to keep playing our game, keep doing what coach is asking, and the streak will take care of itself. Listen, I don't want to jinx things any more than we already have, so next question, please.
Any reason you had such a hard time taking care of the ball tonight?
There's no excuse. I just got to be more deliberate with the choices I make. You get careless with the ball in this league, and teams will make you pay. And that's on me.
Word is spreading that you're causing some real drama with your off-court commitments, missing appearances, failing to fulfill contracts. Do you have anything to say about that?
Look, if you want to talk about my business dealings, you have to get in touch with my agent, Don Pagnotti. But you know what? Let me save you the time because here's what he'll say. No comment. It's silly to comment on stuff like that has no bearing on anything else. So please, let's keep questions on the subject of basketball and basketball only. Thank you.
On today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards with some amazing prizes for you.
Oh, word? That's what's up.
Plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2K17.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. And guys, for the Grizzlies, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Well, last season was pretty much a lost cause with all the injuries that the Thunder went through. When this team is healthy, however, Kenny, do you feel they should be a top contender in the West?
Oh, when they're healthy, they're one of the best. I mean, the Thunder, with their roster complete, when it's complete and they're healthy, they can contend with anyone. I think they're dominant when their core guys are there. If one or two guys are missing, they play such a vital role that it's difficult for them to sustain any kind of success.
And injuries will be a factor for this team, as it is with every team. But, you know, they've made it to the conference finals over and over and over again. So hopefully they can stay healthy.
And that does it for us. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you a bit later.
A great view of the top of Memphis, always a welcoming city. It's a Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. A whirlwind start to the season for them. 9 wins, only the 1 loss in what's been a remarkable November.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Westbrook, the point, with Waiters at the 2. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Now here's Durant. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
Now here's Conley. After the miss from Serge Ibaka, Conley kicks to Matthews. Green, the screen. It's an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Gary Neal comes in for Green. Roten's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Sessions subbed in for Mike Conley.
And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Roten, guarded by Fry. And here is Roten. He dishes it to Sessions. Here's Wright. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. Freak in at point guard. Ryan Hollins is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Gay in at the 3. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. The Grizzlies have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. That free throw, no good. Green, he's checked in for Sessions. The Thunder also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Ryan Hollins. And it's Waiters in for Rudy Gay. The Thunder with the lead. Freak with it. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And they'll keep possession. Waiters dishes to Freak. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Thunder lead by 3. The Grizzlies shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Outside, Green. And Neal kicks to Roten. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Freak passes to Ibaka. Now, here's Meeks. He's been patient so far.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Over in the corner, Meeks. Passes it to Freak. Out to Ibaka. Waiters on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Neal. Jones trying to get open. Money from the wing. Neal's got 8 points. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Marcus All's checked in for Wright. Matthews comes in for Terrence Jones. And it's Conley in for... And so we conclude the first half. It's the Thunder.
Kevin, you obviously found...
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional in the second half. I want us getting points from the inside and out. There was a big bright spot on how many putbacks.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 17 points, and he's produced 6 points from the free throw.
Some changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Roten comes in for Green. And Sessions subbed in for Wesley Matthews. We've got Conley, Tony Roten out there with Jones. Then it's Brandon Wright, and it's Sessions in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Wright kicks to Sessions. .110 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Roten. And it's off from three-point range.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
May. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Dante Cunningham's checked in for Wright. And it's Henderson for Mike Conley. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against New York. Shot clock at 3. Here's Winner from beyond the arc and then some.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Feeds to Freak. To the paint. And Greg in territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly, but can you describe or put a value on the
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Huge factor.
He spent a lot of time at the foul line in this game, and that was a big factor for them. He was up in the double digits in terms of free throw attempts. Now that is
for me and Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.
Season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards, plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2K17.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
tune in now. On today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards with some amazing prizes for you.
Oh, word? That's what's up.
Plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2K17.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
tune in now. On today's season finale episode
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. It's basketball out in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Energy Arena to be exact. We'll see the Thunder go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And I think we're really going to enjoy this type of game, a battle of super athletes, if you will. Shaq, this question for you. Can either team slow the other ones down, or are we just looking at a high-flying free-for-all?
I don't really care about that, Ernie, right now. Get your popcorn ready. You want highlights, just the game you want to see.
You don't care.
Just,
obviously,
Ernie,
you do care.
I want some popcorn, I want some butter, I want some salt. I just want to watch this game, Ernie.
All the things that are great for your cholesterol.
You like that fake butter they put on sometimes at,
yes,
I do. At the movie theater?
Yes, I sure do.
You like that fake popcorn?
I have a technique. I just roll it and bink, 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 three. Boom, boom, boom.
Bink, 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 bink. Doesn't really translate. I don't know what you're talking about. How about the game, Kenny?
Well, I mean, this is a basketball fan heaven game. A game that you would just sit back and say, let everyone go do what they want to do. Do not worry about anything, because this is ultimately a great game.
And have plenty of popcorn for this heavenly matchup. Kevin Harlan, the angelic one, has the call.
No butter.
You mean Heaven Harlan.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
They just looked stable, pretty much.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Freak. Can't get it to go. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant, probably the premier scorer in the entire league? He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
Thanks, Doris. And Fry kicks to Durant. 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Anderson dishes to McGee. There's 1:26 left to play here in the first. That puts them in the lead. McGee's got his first points of the game.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
The wide open look here for Ibaka. The three-pointer no good.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Here's
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord.
On today's season finale episode of NBA